Fluent Teams has come up with another offering called FluentCart. And what I want to do is just do a quick walkthrough. They gave me VIP access. So I want to just show what you can expect. Now, before jumping into it, does WordPress need another cart solution? You've got SureCart, you've got the OG WooCommerce, and now you've got FluentCart, along with a variety of other platforms. There's so many of them, but WooCommerce is the most dominant, most flexible, most plug-in, and SureCart is a strong alternative. So now we've got FluentCart jumping in saying, hey, don't forget about us. Now, what I do like about Fluent products is they're always lightweight, they load fast, they don't have a lot of bloatware in terms of settings and features. They're nice, easy to use, and very effective. There are a lot of times, however, they will miss some of the UI polish, some of their design. You'll find flaws when it goes to different viewpoints or just overall overlapping text, spacing, things of that nature. Also, I always have reservations with new products because they essentially built this for them. But when you start to scale out and start to give more of the market access to it, then it really begins to start getting stress test. And you start to see especially in an environment like WordPress, where you've got various plugins, different use cases, and all of these other things happening, that's where you start to see, can this thing really make it? And my hesitation going in is this: they just launched Fluent Community, which is their new flagship product. They've got Fluent CRM, Fluent Forms. Listen, I'm just trying to think, how do you keep up with it all? I've I've seen a slowdown on Fluent CRM, Fluent Forms, and even Fluent Community in terms of development. Are they biting off too much? Is getting grade C products to the market becoming the new norm? I'm not saying this is a grade C. I'm just opening up a conversation and thinking through, is this where we are? Is get something good enough to the market and then get it from C to B and then as quick as possible, and B to A just may never happen. Is that where we're at? Because I would look at a lot of the Fluent products as B plus. I mean, they are so close to A. There's a few things that if they could just implement, you can say that with every product. It's actually a running theme in some of the groups where they're like, well, the Fluent team, they'll get you just far enough to need a little more and then not give you the little more. So is this another case of that? I don't know. So let's jump in and let me just give you all an overview. This is the dashboard. If I hit play, of course, the video is gonna play. Let me turn that off. And just your regular layout. So you've got some influencers doing their thing. Look, you got all these videos on it. Is it an alternative? Can you really trust it? This is going to be a very basic and cursory look at this. This is interesting for those who are dev friendly, right? Open source for complete control. So they give you access to everything, build your own tools. So you can really plug in um, to it, and then headless, accept payments and all of that. All right. So let's go into the actual dashboard. I just got the email, went to the website, put in my name and password, and this is where we're at. So I haven't done anything. I don't know anything. And again, another disclaimer, I'm not a commerce expert in terms of like WooCommerce and all of that. I know enough. Listen, I do my damage. But let's just see. And the good thing about this is it's got data in it. Oh my goodness. It's not a blank plate. So you can see orders created, users created, all time, today, yesterday, this week. Now, of course, I have no way to test the accuracy of this. Who knows? But a lot of platforms that provide reporting, the reporting is inaccurate. I have no reason to think or believe this is not accurate. but I'm just sharing with you all. I don't know how to even check this, right? But it looks good. All right. If I've got 10 new activities today, it all says, oh, look at that says 8. So yesterday, so 2 came today. Well, 10 new activities today. Yesterday, there were 8 new activities. So it should be 18 all. I'm just saying, I got 10. So um, perhaps there's another way to look at that, but I'm just going off what I see right there. All right. Total products, draft products, active coupons, all of this. So this is your dashboard. All right. See where all your purchases are coming from. This is nice. So if I do it this way, you can see what is this by total paid. Okay. You can see this categorized. I like this one better. Um, all right, let's go into the orders. And you can see all of the orders, which it looks like there is 118,000 orders. So if I go back to the dashboard, wouldn't I see that recent activity all time? Wouldn't I see more than 10? Okay. So here are the orders and your status, all of the stuff. This is all basic stuff. If I go into here, customer, I can view the customer. What happens when I click here? This is the product. I bet you that takes me to the product. This will take me to the customer, right? So all of my information here. Great, great, great. This is all basic standard stuff, y'all. Nothing to write home about yet. However, I did see something here. If you guys can, let me see if I can highlight this right here. Integrations. That's interesting to me. CRM feed. All right. So now we've got integration with products being purchased. It can add them to a list, tag them, update custom fields, add a note, double opt in, trigger an event. See? Which is nice if you're using Fluent CRM. I like that connectivity. Upgrade paths. Okay. These are your ability to lifetime offer for the 1 month. No, for the 12-month pro, you can upgrade at a discount amount of $200. Right. So here's my upgrade paths. This shows somewhere. But essentially, if I'm on this plan, I can upgrade to the lifetime pro lifetime offer. So that's nice. That's nice. And again, I'm loving the speed, the ease of use. If I go to subscriptions, it should show all of the subscriptions. If I click on that, that should take me to the details. This, all of these platforms, SureCart, Commerce, all that, they all have this. They all work this way. I've got to give an extra point to Fluent so far because of the speed. This is licensing. If you guys, do software, sell software. So is there? I wish I could give you a more comprehensive, like deeper look. I just don't use e-commerce platforms that deeply, except for standoff products. But I did see somewhere digital products like courses and things of that nature. Create a dummy product in men's shoes. Let's see. Inserting 2 of 10 men's shoe products. So I would imagine if you were starting from scratch, you would create these dummy products so that you can populate it and then see how it would look with populated data. That's my assumption, because look at that. Look at all of these shoes that they created. And I think AI like created the pictures of them and everything, because that definitely is not a shoe that I'm familiar with. So that's nice. That's nice. Just to kind of get something created quickly. Let's go down to reporting. Um, okay. Again, I have no idea to how to check the accuracy of this. What you're seeing by country. What else? This is by default too. Net revenue, quarterly revenue. This is your year over year percentage, your delta. You go to sales. You got all your tickers for your time frame, failed orders, things of that nature. Let's go to the integrations. Manage. All right. What if I want to add one? All CRM, LMS, or I'm sure I add integrations somewhere. If I hit settings, global integrations, and add an integration, just looks like Fluent for now. But I'm sure there's ways to add more, and maybe it's just disabled, right, on the trial, or maybe it only integrates with Fluent CRM, right? That's a thing. And that's another thing to think about. You're using like AutoKit or Uncanny Automate or things of that nature. Do they interact? Do they integrate? Let's see. Did I not hit pause? All right, so let's look at AutoKit. Go to their integrations and just type in Fluent. Let's see. So no FluentCart there. Uncanny. Let's go to their integrations. Fluent, no FluentCart there. So it looks like you may be limited to just this for now. Although it does say LMS and core. Perhaps if those plugins were installed, they would show up, right? Okay. So you've got your product categories, types, brands. I'm not going to go through the whole product building process. That's pretty basic stuff. What I do want to do is go through these options, right? Where do you want your comma, currency, all the pages, right? Your shop page and all of that. Product page, theme setup. You can do your branding, cart and checkout. There we go. Cart icon and menu bar. Put it in the body, additional fields, all of that. This is interesting to how do you create additional fields upon checkout if possible. Here's all your payments. Nice to see. We've got Stripe and PayPal, and all of these are coming soon, which we expect. It's early. This is your invoice template. Looks a little off here, but I'm sure if I were to preview it, oh no, it still looks a little off. But this one looks cleaner. There we go. So remember what I said in the beginning. A lot of times it's these little design things that you're so close, but the fact that this is off and everything, it just drives you crazy. Those are those little bitty things that you'll find riddled, honestly, throughout the Fluent suite. Nothing, no deal breakers. You learn to live with it. I own many Fluent products and I'm okay with it. But I would love for it to be better, right? Webhooks, send them out. How can we do it? Name, request, post, headers. Yep. All basic stuff. Then enable it. That's good. I would imagine a webhook is sent when? Do I have control over the event? Yeah, trigger event. There we go. Beautiful. So anytime this happens, this is your way of integrating with another platform. Order paid, send the webhook out, sends out the information, catch the webhook, process it, do whatever you need to do. So when we talk about, oh, well, their integrations may be limited, if you got a little bit of tech savvy in you, you can really do some damage here with webhooks, given that they give access to all of the events, right? Global integrations, we already went through that. When you add it, I think, again, it's just pulling in what's installed. So if I would have had LearnDash or something, I think it would show. But there's no notice. There's nothing telling me that. I'm just kind of hoping. mail configuration. This looks very much like Fluent CRM, which is good. You're leveraging what already works, eliminating errors, hopefully. And here's all the email notifications that can send out. You guys can pause the video at any time if you really need to see the stuff. Roles and permissions. If I want to add a role, what does that look like? I got to first have a user. Let's see. Okay, so super admin, manager, worker, and accountant. You guys can pause and see what all of those settings are. Storage and settings. Local allows upload file and local file store. I think this in WordPress goes to your media library, or you can activate your S3. I like that. I use S3. Shipping zones, all of that. You guys see these settings, features, and add-ons. I don't have any. I would imagine they would just be releasing more add-ons as time goes on. And then here's your licensing settings. So that's everything. You got your coupons now. I'm always interested with coupons with automation around them. Can they be applied via the URL as well? I'm not sure. Products, discount, active, stackable, and starting end date and time. This is your standard coupon stuff. Let's create one real quick. All right, now let's create it and see what our options are. All right, coupon created successfully. And all right, if I copy discount code, I wonder, did I just copy? Yeah, it just copied the text 10 off. There's some platforms that'll give you a URL that when you click on it, it actually goes to the product and applies the coupon, things of that nature. This is your standard coupon, and I would imagine you can see who's used it, right? How many times? This one's been used 12 times. Do they show you who? Would be nice, right? Or have some way to see who used that coupon. Maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe that's what Fluent CRM is for. Here's all of the logs, product categories, and just kind of look real basic stuff, right? See how many products are in those products. All right, customers and orders. So the last thing is to look at the experience. I've been all back end. We didn't even think about the front end. So here's what the front end looks like. You see it's clean, everybody. This is a very clean display. Again, I like the Fluent team in terms of speed of loading, and they don't. Again, you didn't see any bloatware in the settings or features and all of that. They usually do a really good job. So let me view these fake New Balances, and you just add 5 because I want to. We'll do an add to cart. There you go. So these are all of the items. Don't want those, don't want those, don't want those, don't want those. Let's just say I'm going with these, and let's do a checkout. This is a demo site, so I'm not expecting everything to work right, but I am expecting to be able to do some stuff. Let me just do buy now. That'll take me to the cart. All right, there we go. It's your basic, right? If I do this, let's look at its mobile responsiveness. Yep. I think they've for a first launch. I think this is really good. I really do. Let me go here, view product, and then add this to cart. To cart, view cart. And the cart functionality is clearly not working. Hopefully it's just for the demo, not for the product, because when I go here, orange and Add to cart. It says item was added to cart. You saw that, but when I close it out, there's nothing up here in the cart or anything. So perhaps that's just a flaw in how the demo is set up. So let me come back here to pages, and I would like to view the customer profile. This is your dashboard, right? So this is important. And then this should be a category page. Just want to see what some of these look like. Customer profile. Easy. Easy to navigate. Nice. Hey, if you've got real light e-commerce needs, this is looking good, everyone. I have to say, and by light, you know, I don't know how this would do with like those sophisticated WooCommerce builds where you are chaining products and you got multiple variants and all of that. Somebody else will have to give you that review, everyone. I'm just kind of going over the software in itself so you know what's out there. But I like the ease of a lot of these platforms when it comes to the customer profile. It's hard to find stuff, man. And sometimes just finding your license can be a task that can be frustrating. So I've got a license. I wonder why it's not showing here, but it says single site annual license. So when I go here, you would imagine it would be here. So again, hopefully these are just artifacts of the demo, and once you get the real product, these are all ironed out. But for now, that looks good. And let's go to what I think I did a categories page. So yeah, if you need, hey, I need upsells and I want to be able to, if they add this product, recommend another one. I get it. This is not the product for that yet. Maybe yet. I think you're more definitely, of course, WooCommerce can do it, but maybe SureCart can do stuff like that. But if you're looking to start a real basic e-commerce experience, have something super clean, super quick, and super easy to use that's powerful. I think that's the niche, whatever, that this platform is solving. That's what I think. Now, as time goes on, yes, they'll evolve, they'll add features. If you need those features now, I would not go here, right? If you absolutely know you want to be able to upsell on a cart, you want dunning. I didn't see anything in the settings for dunning where it's going to send a reminder. Let's go to email configurations, notifications, subscription refund. So I don't know, if they got a subscription and a payment is coming. I don't know how that works. Payment settings, right? Again, multiple variants and advanced product building, things like that. This it's not there yet, and it will probably get there, like I said. But if you just want to get, you've got some products you want to sell, you don't want to spend the money on Shopify, you're already using WordPress, you just kind of want to get some revenue coming in. I, I have no faults in pointing you in this direction if that's the case. Again, more heavily needs with automation and fulfillment and just overall customer experience and control. You'll want to look past. FluentCart is in its beta stage. Remember, right? Let me go up here. It says join the wait list. It's in its beta stage. It's a baby in this e-commerce space. So it'll grow up. It'll grow up and hopefully start to be on par with the other solutions out there, and even more so, stay true to its fast, easy, and quick ability to deliver.